in a bikini. Sexy, sexy bikini. Again, the only adult here. If you're just looking for Ulrich, why? And again, it's weird that your thing has collars on it. Anyway, why am I looking there? Olga, did you come here to swim too? I asked, half asleep. No, I came here for you. Anyways, it's almost time for lunch, and we still can't find Shurik. The leader said, standing before me in a wet swimsuit. And, well, a swimsuit might be wet, a lot of other things. And I could tell because the washstand was behind, concealed his waist. He directed a stream towards himself and started to sing quietly. Let's clean my chimney, chimney sweep. Chimney, chimney sweep. Let's stroke it all night long. Stroke it all night long. I stood there astonished, not knowing what to do, not understanding these feelings that were developing deep inside me. He seemed to notice it. I washed myself, and then I let you use it. Gosh, I got such a massive chill. They're multiplying, and I'm losing control. Well, you know, I just remembered I have oven on in bathroom. Gotta go. Out of all the eccentrics of electronic, that moment I just saw was one of the weirdest. Hey, what's up? A cold shower in such a hot day is like the best thing ever. No. That won't do. And anyways, I gotta go again. Left the iron in the tub with the baby. Gotta go. Why his corpse rots in a desert, not desert, forest. Sylvia Electronic looked at me sorrowfully but didn't say a word. Ellipses commented about the likelihood of a sprained ankle leading to death if not treated in time. I finished my lunch, took the tray back, and left the canteen. Again, reasonably normal lunch for once. It's still half the day. What now? Hey, Gendo. The camp was drifting off for an afternoon nap. Only Gendo stared at me through his glasses, as he was sending his child off to battle robots. Or angels. Anyways, of course, he wasn't staring, he was staring somewhere else, but I had a feeling that he was constantly watching me. I bet he knows where Shurik is hiding. He just can't say anything. Mainly because he's a very stoic character. Again, he just barely says anything and just looks disappointingly at his son. The disappearance of the Cybernetic Club leader made me think. Maybe it's got something to do with my case. Hi, Pioneer. The nurse stood in front of me. Again, one of the only adults. I looked at her curiously. I don't know, I just like a lab coat. Go and take my place at the infirmary. I have an urgent call. Someone's injured. Me? Yes, you. Take my keys. Take my life. Take my... Anyways. The nurse threw the keys at me and ran away. I watched intently as she ran. Why me? Isn't there anyone else in this camp? Why exactly should I be doing? What if something actually happens? Oh, what do I do now? I missed my chance to refuse. I stood in front of the door uncertainly. On the one hand, there's nothing to worry about. I'll spend half an hour or so here and she'll be back. But what if someone actually comes for, actual medical help rather than just trying to sleep with the nurse? With a broken leg, a hand injury, an STD from the nurse. I began to worry too much. I hope that there's no injuries more serious than a bruise or scratch in this camp for the rest of the day. Otherwise, we're all screwed. But at the same time, I could not shake the idea that in a serious situation, I would be absolutely useless. I didn't even know how to perform CPR, or if that was invented yet. It probably was invented. Anyways, a magazine on the nurse's table caught my attention. Playboy. Again, that almost looks... Oh no, it's a notebook. I said it almost looks like an iPad. A good way to relax, I guess. It's labeled Soviet Fashion. The publication date or month was absent, of course. However, this was not a surprise. There wasn't much Stranger Things happening here. I didn't know how much Soviet magazines, but they actually didn't have publication dates on them. Models dressed in old-fashioned clothes stared at me from glossy pages. At least they're not sticky pages, but that will change soon. Nowadays, no one wears such clothes. I smirked. I wonder if Sylvia, for example, considered this fashionable. I can only imagine what would happen if she appeared in my time wearing something like this. Imagine we were walking hand in hand, wearing my coat with a hood and she dressed like a lavish dress covered in lace and things. Seemed like I was imagining Sylvia in my world, with me, having sex. And not only Sylvia. This dress better suits Ulsa. The cute little saffron would look good on Alice, and the skirt and cardigan would look nice on Lena. It would look better on my bedroom floor. Couldn't help it. If only they could be real. No, I saw them, heard them, could even touch them. But still, they are here, and I simply don't belong in this place. It's alien to me. I'm just waiting for my chance to get out of here. Waiting because nothing is up to me anymore. I sighed and put my hand on the table and fell asleep. So, is this in pounds or kilograms, I wonder? Or grams, rather. Ellipses decided to check the machine itself and see how much he weighed. I was awoken by the noise of the door opening. Lena stood at the door. Oh, hi. Nurse isn't here? I'll come back. I'm substituting for her. Please take off your clothes, sit on the table. Since I'm responsible for the pioneers' lives, I should do it with full responsibility. Although, in fact, I was just afraid of something bad happening because of me. Any health complaints? I tried to give Lena the most professional smile I could in order to not confuse her. Nothing special, no. Just a little headache. All right, let me listen to your chest. Let's do this. Anyways. Some painkillers, maybe. Of course, I wasn't aware whether to fulfill the medicines. It took me a while to find them. Finally! I handed a Advil tablet to Lena. Thanks. She smiled. That was completely unexpected, and I lost touch with reality, staring at her. What? Lena turned like that sentence in an instant. Listen, I've been wondering, do you like this? Pointed to my dick. I don't know what got into me, but I grabbed the magazine from the table, showed it a picture of the skirt and cardigan, which I think really suits her in my opinion. Maybe I went completely nuts, thinking about the girls being in my world. Or maybe I wanted to distract myself instead of just waiting for the nurse to come back. Nailing some boy off in the distance. Lena looked at the picture. Yes, I guess. Is stuff like this fashionable? I don't know. She got confused and started blushing. Why do you have to ask? Really, why? I think you look gorgeous in it. Just asking. Just asking. We were quiet for some time. How's your headache? Much better, thank you. She smiled. I'll be off. Good luck. Take luck. Take it with you and keep luck. Anyways, no one. I love that routine, by the way. Lena went out and I continued to look through a magazine. Now, by the way, one thing I do remember from the notes is that this right here determines who helps you in the next segment. I didn't realize that. So last time I went after Sylvia, I didn't help her out. And since I didn't help her out, she didn't help me out. So it's a bit of quid pro quo. Caw! Ellipses laughed at me, stumbling over the words. 2-piece? After a while, someone knocked on the door again. Seemed like the infirmary is the most popular place to go. Suddenly, I decided to roleplay as a nurse. I got my stockings on, just a male version, damn it, and said, "Come in." The door opened up and Ulsa entered the room. Wow, did I miss the moment? Did I miss the moment when you decided to start knocking? Anything wrong with knocking? She frowned. Where does it hurt? Why on earth would I tell you? Where's the nurse? Off banging some guy off campus. I imposingly closed my legs and looked questioningly at her. I better go. I better not die, and I'd rather die than be treated by you. She smiled mysteriously. That almost sounds like Zoe. You didn't even let me try. Ulsa thought for a moment. Thought you could give me some pills. Give me. I gotta get my fix. What's bothering you? Took her some time to reply. A heavy stomachache. Sure, it's not an empty head, I muttered under my breath. What did you say? Nothing. Give me a second. Let me find some Pepto-Bismol. I found the pills in the first drawer I opened. Thank you, Doc. She smiled cheerfully. Watching Ulsa, I could not imagine how such an optimistic and active child could have any health problems. I don't know which one's helping her, but I haven't said this one yet. She gave me a paleful look. No, I left everything for you. Ulsa ran out uniformly and slammed the door. That was probably the wrong thing. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Damn it, whatever. Don't care. Hey, Ellipses, I'm not trying to bang her, alright? You go be quiet in the corner. Again, I went back to studying the Soviet fashion trends, especially the curves. Time passed, but the nurse was still absent. I wasn't searching for Shurik, wasn't looking for any clues of my current situation. I was just sitting here flipping through the magazine. Just for a moment, I felt quite satisfied with the situation. By the way, I am noticing now a lack of something. So far, that nothing has happened here, but can just a trip to a summer camp. And if nothing changes anytime soon, I can start worrying. Again, someone knocked on the door. Did I miss an outbreak of an epidemic? Hi, wink. So, Sylvia was standing at the doorway. Ah, isn't the nurse here? The whore. No, she's not here. I'm taking over today. Great. I'd like you. And she hesitated. What? By the way, Simone, Sylvia said and looked intently at me. Yes? It seems like I lost my keys. Have you seen them anywhere? Sure I have. Yeah, I found them here, near the canteen yesterday. I wanted to return them, but you forgot about it. I was really bad at lying. My cheeks were red, my eyes were wandering around, and my hands were constantly shaking. Here? I was already preparing myself for an appropriate scolding, but Sylvia already took the keys and said, Ah, thanks. So, you've come, what have you come here for? I really needed to change the subject. Does anything hurt? Like when you fell from heaven? Ah! Anyways. No, that's nothing in your ass. Strange. I wouldn't even think about such an open person as Sylvia would keep something quiet. If there's something bothering you, please tell me. That's why I'm here, to treat the people, to save mankind. I smiled wildly. No. I mean, yes, but no. Hearing that made anything possible, even dividing by 0. Let's see, hold on a second. 0 divided by... No, so, how can I help you? Yeah? Ah, guess you can't. She smiled and without going to leave, but suddenly stopped. However, could you step out for a minute? Sure, why not? Okay. I stepped out the infirmary and leaned against the wall. I wondered what she might be doing, something that I can't even see. I mean, I've seen her naked a couple times. After a minute, the door opened up and Sylvia came out. She was carrying a small bundle. Do not ask about the bundle. Good luck! Take luck! I shouted after her. Thank ya. She gave me her 8 miles before leaving. Whoa! Boy, excuse me. Sorry, finding a little bit of the cold. Ellipses offered me a Kleenex. Thank you. I looked at the time. It wasn't getting too late to rhyme. I was getting late. It was. I read the magazine backwards forwards, but the nurse wasn't here. Hi, guitar riff. Suddenly, the burst through the door and Elsa raced inside. What are you doing here? Sitting, I admitted honestly. Okay then. It's better without the nurse. She always tries to sleep with me. Are you sick and not just in the head? Alice didn't answer and came closer to me. Move. Nani? So I can open a drawer, isn't it obvious? What for? She got angry. None of your beeswax! Well, I'm kind of in charge here. She gave it a moment's thought. Then give me some active carbon. Stomachache? Yeah. She grinned sharply. I got the feeling there's something wrong here. Give her the active carbon. But you never know. What if she really has an ache? She doesn't. This is just a fuck it moment. Fine. I reached into the drawer, got out a package of active carbon. Thanks. She wrestled it from my hand and ran away. She ran so far away, Ellipsy couldn't get away. It was 15 minutes till dinner, and the nurse still wasn't back. Lazy bitch. I guess just leaving this place like this wouldn't do. She asked me to look after it, after all. And who knows what might happen if I leave. Though, who would want to steal anything from here? Well, Alice and Ulsa. Apparently, Sylvia. Except for Al. Yeah. I opened the magazine again and began flipping through for the 9th time. Again, pages are getting sticky. The fashions of the 80s weren't that fun anymore. Yawning got to me several times. It was already 6 o'clock, so dinner had already started. Of course, I had to be on watch till the end, but my stomach seemed to have its own opinion on the matter. I stood up and steadily headed towards the exit. A rustling sound came from behind the door. Could it be someone who got poisoned? Broken arm, measles, the mumps, influenza, or something even worse? I sighed heavily and pulled the doorknob. However, there was no one there. Seems I just got my imagination just got a hand. Yeah, so it does. Okay. See, some of you might have noticed yet. I returned inside and instantly noticed that something had changed in the infirmary. It does seem out of place now that I looked. To be precise, an apple had appeared on a table. I was deadly allergic to apples. But where from? Fruits can't just materialize from thin air, said the man who time traveled 30 years. 30? 30-ish years. Though, in this camp, anything's possible. Chances are someone just brought it here. Maybe Lena wanted to thank me, given that she was shy and all. But, wait. How could she just slip past me like that? Lena would climb through the window, after all. She wouldn't, rather. So there must be something else. I was suddenly overwhelmed by fear. What if the apple was poisoned? Though, why would someone complicate things when I was totally helpless and could have just, hit me over the head with a hammer? Or it might be the apple which Eve tasted from the Garden of Eden. It actually probably wasn't an apple in the original story. I mean, they didn't have apples back in ancient Israel. They had pomegranates. A lot of people think it was a pomegranate. In that case, I certainly shouldn't eat it. The same second, my stomach reminded me that it was rumbling. However, it would take time to close the infirmary to reach the canteen and get food. My stomach was about to eat itself. If there's nothing wrong, I guess. Once again, I tried to remember if the apple had been there before. In the end, it must have appeared from, somewhere. Maybe it got here through the window. The shutter was slightly open. So, someone must have reached in and put it there? Nothing serious, however. Do not eat the apple. No! Even assuming that this is a normal apple, in any case, I should eat unwashed, strange materializing fruit. Just like that. I found a reason for my fear and put the apple away. Take that. I want to see the nurse. I don't want to have an apple to eat to keep the doctor away. I want the nurse on top of... Anyways, I go for dinner. Hey, along the way I ran to electronic. How is it going? Did you find the old bastard? No, he's no sign of him. Do not worry. We will find him. And we won't rest until we do. I try to cheer him up. Too much time has passed. I gotta keep searching for him. What about dinner? No. Fighting Shirk is more important. He muttered thoughtfully. I left him at the crossroads and wished him good luck. See you at the crossroads. Anyways, I keep 90s songs at least closer to the 80s than today is. Ooh boy, heart attack. Over. Pioneers crowded at the doorway. I quickened my pace, trying not to be the last one in line, at least not today. And I was lucky. In the far corner was an absolutely empty table. I took my dinner, sat at the table. Tonight's dinner consisted of fruit soup and a pair of buns, hun. The set surprised me at first, but the taste was actually nice. I concentrated on eating. Nina, over here. Let's see. There's 3 chairs. Look. Lina and Miku sat in front of me. Are these taken? Wondered Lina. No. Take a seat. Of course, I wish you were alone. Thank you. And you're here, of course. As soon as Lina said that, Zoe popped up from behind the corner. I'll sit here, too. There's no places left, she said, putting her tray on the table and sitting down, not even waiting for my answer. Sure. Make yourself at home, I muttered soulfully. What? Nothing. To tell the truth, I wanted to reduce the whole company to just Lina, though neither Miku nor Zoe was causing much trouble, except one was too talkative and the other was too arrogant. But nevertheless, they were absolutely harmless, especially compared to some of the others I could name. Oh, it seems like I forgot my key. Don't worry, take mine. I was surprised by Mika's short reply. Do you sleep together nightly? Scissors and what? Live together? Of course we do. Didn't you know? Together, cabins, roommates, we're the best of buddies. I live in the farthest from here, and she lives in the last one. And then we met together. We thought, hey, why don't we talk? You know, she doesn't talk, I talk all the time. So that way it's a perfect match. So that way you have the equal amount of timing. So that way you don't have too much talking because she doesn't, I do. Did I say it before? I did say that before. But it's fantastic. We're best buddies, and we are BFFs forever. I wouldn't have been surprised if someone told me that Lina lived with Sylvia, or Zoe at the worst, even electronic. But silent and shy Lina and the excessively talkative Miku as a pair, that's quite shocking. Did you find Shirk? It's strange that Zoe is disturbed by someone's problems. No, not yet. Surely he's at the village buying cigarettes or vodka. Who knows? She snorted. Village? At the moment, the conversation got more interesting. Got a problem with villages? Zoe looked amazed. You mean there's a village nearby, is what I want to know. I think so, she said, uncertain. I looked at Lina and Miku, but they were busy with their meals and did not pay attention to our conversation. You mean you don't know exactly? Why should I care? Zoe stared at her dish. But there must be something nearby, yes? Listen. Listening. I don't know. Will you let me eat? Seems like I won't get anything from her. Damn it! There goes my plan on nailing Zoe. Though there is a chance that she really actually doesn't know. The remaining time was spent listening to Miku talk about some nonsense. Something about these kids, teenagers that fight each other using clothing, and there's a nudist speech. Something about living fiber and don't lose your way. Something about that. I was going mad in silence. Obviously, the first thing I did after getting out after that was inhale a giant breath of fresh mountain air. That's how it sounds when I do it. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. Back. Sorry about that. Obviously, the first thing I did was inhale, yes. The sun was setting. I decided to take a walk. It's highly unlikely that I'll find anything more exciting to do the rest of the evening. That was something interesting could arise quite unexpectedly. I was approaching the square when I heard a loud bang. Seemed like something had exploded. I was paralyzed. I'm in a hostile environment, not knowing the rules and laws of this place. It would be better to run. But at the same time, I was, curious. Probably I would have just kept standing there, but someone grabbed my hand. It was Olga. Why are you standing there? Let's go see what it was. Can't you manage without me? I begged her pitifully. It shouldn't be that serious. I hope. Hey Gendo, you're a little bit on fire. We came to the square. There were already a crowd of pioneers. Olga vigorously pushed through the crowd and approached the crime scene. Obviously, someone tried to blow up Gendo, but their attackers failed. The monument was still standing upright. Had a cool singed effect to it. There was only dim ash on the pedestal. Well, who did this? Confess. I won't whip you too hard. She looked over the crowd of pioneers. Surely it wasn't done by an organized terrorist organization. These guys all came here just to look what happened. I noticed Ulsa and Alice in the crowd, and it looked like our camp leader noticed them too. You two, come here. They approached reluctantly. Why always me? If you think so. Show me your hands, Davaska. You, show me your hands, you. What's wrong with them? They're the hands of a criminal. Anyways, I looked closer and saw that they were smeared with black. They didn't even wash their hands? Now it's clear. What did you make a bomb with? The junior terrorist seemed to hesitate over whether or not to confess, but then blurted out proudly. Active carbon, saltpeter, and sulfur. To make you suffer! Why exactly the monument? What did this honorable man who saved all of Tokyo 3, why the fighter of our rights? Because he gave me an active carbon. Besides, he gave me the whole square at me. Thoughts about pointless acts of due to the bomb size left me at the very moment. She stole it. I did nothing. Even if he gave it to you, I'm sure Simon would never take part in such a disgusting antisocial act. Yes, exactly. Listen to the big boobs. I agreed. Ellipses took a moment to realize the big boob statement. I could hardly imagine how long she would have kept scolding Alice if electronic hadn't popped out of the very moment. Excuse me. I found it. I have a golden ticket. No, wrong series. Everyone turned towards him. Wow. Even sober, I begin to slur. He held a boot in his hand. What is this about? Damn it, I messed it up. What is this, a boot? Well, I'm not Canadian. Anyways. Here! Electronic boastfully shook it over his head. It's Shirk Boots! Okay, calm your tits. Tell us in detail where you found it. In the forest. On the way to the old camp. Whispers ran among upon it. The old camp. Where the old camp? I've never been there. I heard it's haunted. I heard our girl lock herself. I heard it's a great place to have sex. Among themselves. Oh, yes, I just did that. Are you sure? Absolutely. What's so special about this old camp? I joined in the conversation. It's nothing special, really. Just a haunted Indian burial ground. We sacrifice virgins, and it's a place you don't want to go to at night. She stammered. One of Shirk's, Sylvia, Too many S words, and the dramatic music in the background. One of Seattle's legends tells a story of a young camp leader ghost living there. She fell in love with one of the pioneers, but he rejected her, so she killed him. It's always that. It's always woman falls in love, rejected, hangs herself. Why? Move on, sister. He wasn't worth it after all. Anyways. She committed Harry Carey. Hi! Anyways. I make myself laugh. I don't care about you guys. I find that funny. Harry Carey. She got dressed in a gray wig, big glasses, and killed herself by eating too many hot dogs and being disappointed by the Cubs with a kitchen knife. The next day, the boy was hit by a bus. Also ran out of the crowd. Bus? I refrained from asking about the route number, but science doesn't acknowledge the existence of ghosts. It's supernatural, capitalist pig dog stuff. We scientific communists don't believe in that. Anyways, someone should go there. Suddenly, the crowd started to thin out. Olga, it's almost night. Maybe we should do it tomorrow. I turned around and saw Sylvia and Lena. What if at night something happens to him? No, today, right now. By the way, where is this place? Electronic Luffy described to me the directions and told me the story of the old camp. The camp leader looked at me attentively. If you think that you're the only man here. Electronic is right fucking there. He knows. I looked around the area, of course. Electronic was quick to flee. Damn it. I still didn't want to walk in the woods alone. If you asked me, I would. See, now I could do all these ones. Go with Sylvia. Which I already clicked, but she didn't go with me last time. But then again, I didn't help her out last time. That was my mistake. And I ate the apple, which apparently was a bad thing. So I'll ask Sylvia. Go with Sylvia. I'll go with him. Very well. It better be together. Are you sure? I asked Sylvia in a whisper. I wanted to be sure, but she didn't answer, just smiled. I looked speechlessly at Sylvia for some time. Why is she always helping me? Very good, very good. Good luck, you two. Both of you. Excuse me. Well, we'll need it. The camp leader and the other girls said their goodbyes and went their own ways. I was quite surprised. Wait. In reality, why isn't the camp leader and everyone going there? Again, if you just have a mass of people going there, safety in numbers, as they say, whatever. I was quite surprised that they were treating our night walk through the forest to an abandoned campsite as something normal. Well, it can't really be helped. Wait a minute. I'll bring a flashlight. Flashlight, sure. That's actually reasonable. Hey, Gendo. While I was waiting for Sylvia, he's still on fire, by the way. I was waiting for Sylvia. I had a strange thought. Why is she always so kind, sympathetic, and ready to help? Why does she offer to go with me with God knows where? Sorry, I was busy looking off screen. It's always the quiet ones that scream the loudest in bed. Should I be concerned about her? I'm back, you idiot. And I heard what you said. Who said you're a quiet one? Sylvia gave me a flashlight. I know what I said. Shall we go? From what Electronic told us, the old building was built right after the war. Which one? It looked like a kindergarten or like a barracks, I expected, and definitely could hold less pioneers than today's camps. It had been abandoned about 20 years. So, War II?